My name is Dirk van As. I'm a senior researcher at the Geological Survey of Denmark and Greenland. I'm a glaciologist, and as a glaciologist I study the Greenland ice sheet and various aspects of it. My specialty would be the surface mass balance. When we look at the Greenland ice sheet, there's a lot of melt happening. This is a very normal process. On a healthy ice sheet, melt is supposed to happen. In a changing climate, melt will happen more and more, obviously. But melt is a very normal thing for the Greenland ice sheet. 30 to 40% of all this melt refreezes in the very large interior of the ice sheet. It refreezes into the snow and the multi-year snow, which is what we call firn. In 2012, we noticed that something was happening in this firn. We could tell by satellite measurements that rivers were forming in places that we didn't see rivers before, rivers on top of the Greenland ice sheet. So this was an indication that meltwater did no longer make its way into the snow. It didn't refreeze right there. It was actually running off towards the ocean. What happened in 2012 we found very curious, very interesting, and we decided to look into this. Luckily, we had been on the Greenland ice sheet drilling firn cores just before this summer. So we had the situation before and after this big melt event. At these locations we drilled our firn cores in 2012 and 2013. And usually this entire area is white, but what you see from this satellite image from 2012 is that there was a lot of meltwater at the surface. All these dark spots are water at the surface. And this water ran off and combined into larger and larger streams until it actually exited the Greenland ice sheet. And this is connected to these graphics of the cores that we see here. You know, if you have the upper 20 meters of the ice sheet, and you see that these blue ice layers are 5 meters thick, then apparently there is no way for the surface meltwater to make its way through, so it goes over instead of in. It's not happening all over the Greenland ice sheet. It's happening in the lower regions at this point, not in the higher regions. However, this is still unique. This hasn't happened before. So this is a sign of climate change already. And even though it's not happening there, it may very well be happening there in a future scenario. This means that no matter how much water you add to the top of a thick layer of ice in the Greenland firn, it won't make its way through, or at least not all of it. The majority of it will run off into the oceans and be a direct contributor to sea level rise already now. So instead of this layer of firn being a buffer for climate change, for sea level rise, this lid of ice that we find in the firn eliminates this buffer quite efficiently, and mass is added to the oceans